If you've ever been betrayed in life, if someone has broken your heart by doing something behind your back, if you have poured so much into a relationship, whether it's a business relationship, whether it's a intimate relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's someone that you just care about a lot, and they have done you in a way that is just disrespectful, that's just downright dirty, I completely understand where you come from. I may not know exactly how you feel, but I can empathize with the situation that you're in. And I'm here today to talk about what you should do and how you should process this whole situation. A lot of people don't go into depth about how to process betrayal. And this is one of the most complex feelings that we have as human beings, because the reality is of being a human being is that you're going to be very selfish. We're all selfish. I'm selfish myself. And it sounds weird saying that. It sounds bad saying that, but that's how you have to be if you want to survive. But sometimes our selfish behavior kind of stretches a little too far, where it becomes a miscalculation of what we actually think is good for us and what is not good for us. Many times when someone betrays you, they have a belief that what they're doing is better for them and it's going to net them a positive result more so than being with you or being loyal to you or being in whatever commitment or partnership they are with you. So I'm here to talk about betrayal today. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Sumi. I'm a life coach. I'm a dating coach. I work with a lot of people in a lot of different areas in life. If you ever want to connect with me, click the links down below. Shoot me a message on Instagram. If you ever want to talk to me, I will always answer your DMs. Hit that bell notification to stay on top of all my videos, and let's jump into it. When it comes to betrayal, there's a couple things that you need to understand. Number one, it's something that you typically don't see coming. That's what makes a good betrayal. When you don't see it coming, or you kind of can't imagine the person doing it. The second part of it is it's someone that's very close to you. That's like a key part of the betrayal. They have to be close to you. If someone that doesn't really know me goes and does X, Y, and Z, like, they're not really gonna affect me. Like, many times I'm not even gonna know about it if you really want to stretch it that far. But when they're very close to me and I hold them dear to my heart, and they go and do something behind my back that they know is going to hurt me, and I don't see it coming, that is what makes a really, really, really good betrayal. And so betrayal is a very devastating feeling, because it's one thing when someone that you don't know says things about you, hurts you, tries to break you down, and tries to destroy you. It's another thing when someone that you trust, someone you care about, someone that you say, this is my ally, this is my person, this is my day one individual, does something behind your back to absolutely just crush you. And it's one of the most painful processes in the world. And betrayal can be many things. Betrayal could be someone that you were going to start a business with, they go start with somebody else. Betrayal could be your partner cheating on you. That's one of the most common types of betrayal. Betrayal could be a person that you love and care about very much, just simply not inviting you to a birthday, not inviting you to a party, not inviting you to something that you know is special to you, but for them, they felt like it was more advantageous to not have you there. Now, I want to go into the psychology of betrayal, because people don't often try to understand what the person that betrayed you is actually thinking and doing. The first thing I want you to rule out is whether this is a short-term action or something that is long-term, okay? And I want you to really rule out if it's intentional or non-intentional. So let's break this down really quickly. First and foremost, is it intentional or is it not? And this is kind of complex. I think that everything that we do in life is intentional, but there are certain things that may not necessarily be the case. Like, there are situations where I have, quote unquote, been the betrayer, and people have called me someone that's betrayed them because I didn't invite them out to a party, because I didn't invite them out to an event. And people feel like, wow, you didn't invite me out here, even though you knew I wanted to go here, X, Y, Z. And I'm like, listen, they didn't have space. They didn't have tickets. It was last second. And in my perspective, I felt like it wasn't intentional. I just couldn't do anything. But in their minds, they're like, well, you could have tried to figure it out. You could have at least tried to tell me. You could have done this. So there's a situation where, was it intentional or not? There are situations of infidelity where someone will say, oh, I was drunk, or I didn't really know what I was doing. And I'm not someone to buy into that. I think that infidelity is 100% a choice. But some people feel like it's very, very intentional on an extreme level. Some people feel like it's not so intentional. Whether it's a like on Instagram or whether it's full-blown sex with somebody, some people will say, oh, this wasn't intentional. But even a like on Instagram is intentional to a degree. It means that there was some interest there. But I've liked people's photos on accident. I've liked people's photos just because I'm trying to support them and I'm trying to be positive. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, I want to fuck you today. I want to see you tonight. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So there's a thing that you have to identify here. Is it intentional? 100%. They premeditated this. They thought about it. Or was it something that just kind of happened and it wasn't something that we're really thinking about, okay? That could also be a problem as well when someone is not really conscious of their actions and they're not necessarily aware of how it could affect you. That's also a sign of disrespect as well, but that's not necessarily like hardcore betrayal, like I plan to do this, I wanted to hurt you. It's more so negligence, it's more so disrespect, and it's more so a lack of awareness, which is also a problem in a relationship. But find that out first. The second thing I want you to understand is if it's a short-term thing or a long-term thing. Let's talk about infidelity, and let's be more focused on this topic right here because it's a good example. Sometimes people have betrayals that are very short-term. They do something that feels good in the moment. They go out when they're not supposed to go out. They go on that yacht when they're not supposed to go on the yacht. And it might be a short-term thing, like that party is a couple hours, and that may ruin the relationship. There's some betrayals that are long-term where they may cheat with someone for the idea of them being in a long-term relationship. They may date somebody that they shouldn't be dating that you warned them about. And there's a lot of things like that. In business, a lot of betrayal is more so geared towards long-term success. Sometimes people will steal from their company just to make a couple extra bucks for that shift, and that betrayal is short-term. So identify whether the betrayal is short-term or long-term. Doing this stuff right here, this little homework, okay, whether you find out if it's intentional or not, and if it's short-term or long-term, will kind of give you a good characterization of the person. And this is where things start to kind of make sense for you. Betrayal is probably one of the best things that could ever happen to you in life. And you're never going to stop being betrayed. And especially as you grow in life, as you get better in life, as you become more successful in life, as a more successful individual, you're going to find that you're going to get betrayed more and more and more. And so it hurts to realize this. I thought that, one day in my life, I would have all my boys around me, have people that I really love in business, and they wouldn't betray me. But at the same time, the more successful I've become, the bigger the betrayals have become, the more common the betrayals have become, and the more, heavy the betrayals have become. When the betrayal is intentional, that's obviously just a bad thing. But when it's not intentional, it's also bad because it shows you that this person is just not aware in the relationship, they're not disciplined, and that may also be a cautionary sign for you to step away. When the betrayal is short-term, it could be them being temptatious, and it could be something that they just don't have control of, and they know it's going to hurt you, but they feel like the result is going to be better. This is like a guy hooking up with a girl, cheating on his girlfriend because he wants it so bad, and he doesn't realize it's going to mess up his long-term relationship. Like, that's very, very bad. But also, I think it's also more sinister in certain aspects where if a girl cheats on a guy, to date that guy and to be in a relationship with him long-term, to monkey branch out of a relationship, something like that. So those betrayals often hurt more. So when it's intentional and it's long-term, I think it hurts the most. When it's non-intentional and it's short-term, I think it also hurts just pretty close to as bad. When it's long-term and it's not so intentional, that typically doesn't hurt as bad, because when it's intentional and it's short-term, that typically hurts the third most, in my opinion. And when it's non-intentional, but it's long-term, that typically hurts the least. That's unfortunate. It's not something that you want, but it's just like, it is what it is. It's something that kind of like slipped away. So I think that, once again, long-term and intentional hurts the most. Short-term and non-intentional hurts, I think, the second most. Short-term and intentional hurts the third most. And long-term and non-intentional hurts the least. Let me know what you think about this. This is my characterization of it. If someone were to know that they're going to betray me and plan it and be intentional about it and do it for a long-term situation, that would really break my heart. But if someone does something, but let's say a girl cheated on me in a party and it was just like a kind of like a thing that she did, I'm not trying to forgive it, but it ended up in her being in a relationship with the guy, I would not even feel that bad. I'd be like, okay, that is what it is. And that's because I'm very removed from it. That's kind of the universe's way of telling me that's what it was meant to be. Now, betrayal is absolutely amazing in certain aspects because it helps you understand who this person is. It shows you their character. It shows you what their true intentions are. It really illuminates what you need to do with your life. And it's letting you know subconsciously that you are making bad decisions. You are picking people that are not good for you. You are bad at picking the army of friends that you keep around you. And you're constantly investing into the wrong people. So betrayal is a great sign for you to get your shit together. Also, betrayal is wonderful because now you don't have to invest into the relationship anymore. You don't have to spend time with this person. You don't have to put so much of your mental energy to figure out if they're good or if they're okay or if they're doing, positive things in life. You can just kind of remove yourself very politely, very respectfully, sometimes in an aggressive way if it has to be that way, out of this person's life. Betrayal is amazing because it relinquishes you. It financially resolves you. It allows you to step away. It creates a space for you to move and do your own thing. You don't have to sit there anymore and try to cater to someone that is obviously not catering to you. So when someone betrays you, it is absolutely a wonderful thing that could happen to you in your life to allow you to understand that you don't have to place this energy back out in the world anymore. You are free to go. You are free to do what you want to do. You don't have to work and do all these things for someone that betrayed you anymore. And that is a beautiful thing. And I think that's what we always don't see, because life is going to constantly allow you to understand that, hey, this is not working out. This is not good for you. And it's going to show you very clear signs that someone is not necessarily your boy, your girl, or someone that you can trust. And ultimately, if you choose to ignore these signs in life, you choose to just like not pay attention to it, then you're going to find out very quickly that you're going to get fucked. You're just not going to do well. People are going to constantly betray you, hurt you, and you're not going to learn your lesson. And ultimately, that's you betraying yourself. That's the last part of this. The last thing you want to do is betray yourself by being loyal to someone that is unloyal to you. The way that you betray yourself is by constantly putting yourself in harm's way, by allowing other people to take advantage of you and break you down and use you and abuse you and then throw you away. So betrayal is an amazing experience. It hurts a lot in the beginning. It definitely can hurt a lot in the end too, because it's like, why did this have to happen? But more importantly, through the process, it's going to teach you a lot about yourself. It's going to teach you a lot about this person. And ultimately, betrayal is nothing but a reallocation of your resources. And that is very important in life. You have to recalibrate. You have to reorganize. You have to reassess. You have to reformat, which is basically clear everything. And then you have to re-engage back into life and then redistribute your resources to where they make sense for you. I hope this video was helpful. If you're going through betrayal right now, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to message me on Instagram, whether it's business, whether it's, a friendship, or whether it's a relationship. I'm here to help. I would love to talk to you. And thank you for taking a little bit of your day to spend a little bit of time here with me. You watching these videos, giving it a thumbs up, commenting down below really means a lot to me. Like, it goes a long way. As someone that's just starting a YouTube channel with not a lot of followers and subscribers, it really is something that I watch and look at and take a lot of pleasure from when I see someone engaging with my content. So it means a lot that you guys stayed till the end of the video. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, guys, Sumi out.